season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Trojans ready to get this thing started and open the season. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, let's chat about Fresno State. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. Your number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
It's complete to the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's McClain. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's McClain. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Going up top again. Spits it out to the back. Got his man. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
How hard is that as a linebacker when you're trying to cover a running back on that angle route who runs routes like that, right? He thought he was going to the flat. He was barreling towards the sideline, trying to knock that ball away, and all of a sudden he gets crossed up, and that's just too easy giving up that first down.
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive. So it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
8th play on this opening drive coming up, and they need a third down conversion. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, Trojan. The defense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll run it from the gun. picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The pull and throw off the RPO. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Timeout, Fresno State.
Back to pass. Out of the backfield, he's open. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Hauls it in. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And I love the discipline on defense right there. Big 3rd down. So everyone keeping their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the ball, making a tackle. Great team defense.
Gets it out quickly. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Got enough for the 1st down and wants more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs look to keep this drive humming. The give from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Using his legs, it's Cochran. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Gets it out fast. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Making side adjustments here. Back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Nice execution by this defense on 2nd and goal. And trying to throw the football, they stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, trying to get my guy open.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. But fourth and short. Now, decision time, baby.
The field goal is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. So the USC Trojans offense taking the field for a chance. We have to see them today. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new team. And now he's got to show them what he's about. Great opportunity to start it off. Can he be the guy? Can he be the catalyst that takes this team to the next level?
He really is a guy you root for, too, I think, because he's waited his turn. He's found the right opportunity in the right situation. This is a guy everybody in the locker room absolutely loves. He has the ability to galvanize them and an opportunity to galvanize this fan base early in the season with a big game here right out of the gate.
Off the play fake on first down. Quickly complete. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and they're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of hands.
Caught over the middle. It's Fowler. And he's brought down after a nice game.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion when they lost yardage. The Trojans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Gonna look downfield again. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
And the Trojans need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. Johnson wants to throw it. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Going right to work up top. Zings it complete to the right. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Makes the catch. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Anderson. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy, Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got it. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Got his man on the right. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Might be changing the route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Moves away as he feels pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got 3rd.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Big guy smells it. Tight end trying to get in.
That is such a good job by the defense on 3rd down in their own end, rallying to the drag throw. Lots of offenses love to throw that because oftentimes there's a pick, a guy gets free, and he's able to just walk in. But the defense was prepared, and they're ready for it. They make the tackle in bounds, now setting up 4th.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Motion from the back. Johnson looking to throw. It's complete. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. The Trojans come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it. But the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop. And now you set up 3rd down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Makes the play in the backfield again. And the defense can use a timeout and get the ball back here. And the Trojans will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets it away from his own end zone. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. And at least try to get a field goal here, Palmer.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
That should be the final play of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. but I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at the LA Coliseum.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Johnson wants to throw it. Under fire. Here comes the heat. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second.
Snatches it on the run. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. He makes the catch. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area you got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Under fire. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
The next time the offense gets down at this point of the field, they need to run the football because this is what's happening when they're trying to throw it in back-to-back plays. 2 negative plays in a row, not good.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Trying to set up the screen. No siree, not this. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Working that left side now. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
He leaves it with his back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's McClain. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's going to take off. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of yards to go here on third.
Turning it on! They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Steps away. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Oh, they're after him. Looking for the goal line. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Using the quick game. And he will take it in. Touchdown Bulldogs! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. That's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Johnson looking to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Shotgun snap on third down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. To the air on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Quick strike complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after three quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So first down will open up the final period. Might be calling a hot route. From the gun, the ground game. At the 45 on its way. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. Little over anxious, out of the stance early, and it's a false start.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's first and 15. From the gun. Give on the inside. They'll knock him down. Loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play
Breaks into the open. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. A first down run on the doorstep. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Fresno State.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Texas is painting an offensive masterpiece so far. It's been like a Bob Ross masterclass.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Use the play fake, down to throw. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright, and you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Johnson wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Goes out of bounds at the 25, and that's the way to get it out of your own end. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can do it.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Gonna swing it on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Fowler. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of...
Lost one deep down the right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming. So a little too much contact trying to defend the fade in the end zone, and the PI will move it closer. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Johnson looking to throw. Got his man quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Jordan. And it's on the ground. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The Trojans can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Defense wants to bring the heat. Got it in the middle. It's Jordan. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage before he was stopped, but using the running back in the short passing game gives them a first down. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Lyons. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw it. Rushes on him. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Almost intercepted, and that might... This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Smart move to keep it on the ground.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quick release by the QB. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him and tackle that receiver on the screen.
Quarterback making adjustments. Takes the handoff. It's Cochran. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called there by the defense. Desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback takes a knee, and they'll start this new season with a victory. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Ballman.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.